Hi guys, David Jenyns here from the Online Trading Mastermind, and very excited today. I've lined up a new series of videos that you guys should very much be looking forward to, and it's an interview series, I suppose, with Justine Pollard, and I'll go into a little bit more detail about Justine and how I came to know her and her work and how she's sort of evolved along her trading journey in a moment. But just before we do that, just wanted to shift over to the next slide here and just I suppose pre-frame this call for you. Obviously, everything that we're about to talk about in this call shouldn't be considered as financial advice. We don't know your personal financial situation, and you should always chat with your own advisors before making any investment decisions. So go ahead, take a moment to read what's on the screen here. Now, Justine is going to take the majority of this call through, and her company, Smart Trading Proprietary Limited, is actually got a license to provide some of the information that we're going through here. So take a look. If you have any questions, you can get in contact with Justine or myself. And yeah, we'll just shift over to the next the next slide. And I just want to talk a little bit about Justine. Now, I first came across her stuff quite a few years ago now. Saw her book, and she's got some very excellent runs on the board, some proof out there showing that her trading methods work really, really well. And she actually worked closely with Chris Tate and Louise Bedford a long time ago, and I actually, I suppose, learnt a lot of my trading under Chris Tate when he was back at Day Trader HQ. So I suppose our worlds were very close together, but Justine and I had never really met. Having followed her stuff, she sort of evolved into an expert in her own right, and she's a mum with 2 young kids, and she's a private trader and a trading mentor, and also authored a book called Smart Trading Plans, which is a fantastic book. It was released in 2008, and I think has provided a really good springboard for her to showcase her material. She's also been included in a whole host of books. There was the 20 Most Common Trading Mistakes by Kel Butcher, and also the Real Traders, Real Lives, Real Money, and she was showcased in that. So today what I want to go through and chat with Justine is find out a little bit more about how she trades, the actual methods behind what it is that she does. Of course, if you want to dig a little bit deeper to find out more about Justine, you can head over to thesmarttrading.com.au, which is her website, and you can find out a whole lot of information about her. But the main thing that I really want to get out of today for you guys is how do real traders out there, how does Justine actually trade the markets? And I suppose just to preface this call as well, again, just to show Justine knows her stuff. On the next slide, I've just detailed a few of the trading results that Justine has made public. It seems to be about every year she actually logs, unlike many traders out there, she logs the trades that she's been doing and catalogues that so people can learn from the way that she trades, and it's almost like audited, so the proof is in the pudding. I think a lot of people in the trading arena shy away from doing this type of thing, and for whatever reason, financial licensing or otherwise, it's always a breath of fresh air when you can see someone who actually comes out and goes, here's the proof, just look at my audited trades and see what I've done, and then that way you can follow in their footsteps. Now, she trades CFDs, contract for differences, and we'll talk a little bit about that over the call, but the actual methodologies and trading strategies that she teaches can be applied to all markets. Like, she also just trades normal stocks as well. But what you're looking at here for these results, maybe even Justine, just welcome you to the call, and if you can talk us through a little bit about how you came about with these different trading results.
Yes, thank you, David. How it all started was, in 2007, CMC Markets had a trading competition, and I just sort of went in for it for the fun of it, just to trade my system and see how I went there with the competition. And it was an 8-week competition, and that was my first exposure to any competition. In the early days, I think I'd played the ASX games and things like that, but they weren't real money. This competition involved trading your real trading account with your real money. So it really put you into the realm of trading for real, and you didn't want to go out there and do things you wouldn't usually do because you are risking your own personal money in the market. So I just went in there and traded my systems, and over that 8-week period I made an 82% return, and I was in the top 5% ranking of about, I think it was about 440 people.
Yeah.
So I was pretty pleased with how that went, and 8 weeks was a good time frame because I traded it with my daily trading system, which has an average hold time of about 30 days. I may hold a trade for 10 days, I may hold a trade for 40 or 60 days if it's a winning trade. So it gave a good length of time to be able to trade my system, where if it was a shorter term one, it would have had to be a different strategy. And then in 2008, this is when we hit the global financial crisis, and we were in a period of a strong bear market. And I have a Smart Traders Mastermind group which I stay in touch with regularly. That's my support group for my clients that have done training with me and understand my systems. So once they've done training, they can then become a mastermind member. And I ask them from time to time, what would they like me to show them? How else do they want to get inside my head? And one of my members said, I'd love to see a diary of some form. I'd love to see all your trades. So I decided to start keeping a 6-week trading diary, and I just so happened to start on the 1st of October for 6 weeks, and it just happened to be through the bear market period, which was a good time to show how I used short selling with CFDs during that time. And although there was a short selling ban at that time, I could still short sell through CMC markets. They hadn't banned short selling. So I was able to short sell, otherwise it wouldn't have been such a profitable period. So for 6 weeks I kept the diary, and after that time most of my trades had been stopped out, so that's when I sort of stopped the diary, and I achieved a 300% return in 6 weeks, and I might have had maybe 2 or 3 trades open by the end of it, which I then, once they closed down, I then updated the diary and let everybody know what happened with those trades, and I made it available to my mastermind members. And a lot of them said to me they got so much out of that because it was basically how they could understand what I was thinking each day, because the way I did it is every time I sat in front of the computer and looked at the market, I just started typing the thoughts that were going through my head, what I was doing and the steps that I was taking, and just typed it all down as I went along. And then last year, everybody said they liked the diary idea so much, I thought, what can I do again to do this? And I've now got a daughter at school, which hasn't been as easy for me to do things, and I thought, well, my daughter's starting school next year, now would be a good time to maybe run a teleconference program where I share every single trade that I've undertaken for a period of time. So between June to September I wasn't having any holidays planned, so I thought now's a good time to do it. So from the 1st of June, once a month, we had a teleconference call. I shared all the trades that I'd undertaken over the last month with the charts, and went through my reason for picking those trades, how I managed those trades, and where those trades were at each month, and that would roll into the next month with sharing how those trades had progressed, any that I had, those that were still open, any new ones I had open, and so on. And by the end of that 4 months, I'd achieved a 262% return.